funny. I could have sworn I said have it today.
Yeah, I don't have it, sorry.
Oh, well, all right then. That's good, OJ. Yeah, that hurt? That hurt?
What the hell?
Yeah, it don't feel so good, does it? No, huh?
Brian, the crazy dog of the Griffin family, is often viewed as the voice of reason in an absurd family. But beneath his sophisticated exterior lies a character who has endured horrible things. Today we will explain 7 of the worst things that happened to Brian. Number 7. Stewie asks Brian to consume his dirty diaper. The Season 8 episode, Brian and Stewie, is different from your average episode. It features no cutaways and serves to further develop the characters and friendship of Brian and Stewie Griffin.
For a refund. I love it, but I feel like it was too much. Cute, right? It's Tom Brown. It was over $3,000.
You spent $3,000 on a sweater?
What's it to you?
That's the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. You're a moron.
Nice, right? Well, it can't go a full episode without something gross. The dog and baby end up accidentally locked in a bank vault over a weekend.
I don't believe this. Hello? Hello? We're locked in!
Despite his wit and seeming maturity, Stewie is still a baby and inevitably ends up with a dirty diaper.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Ugh, it really smells bad, doesn't it? Yeah. You sure you can't stay like that?
In desperation and complete lack of a change, he asks Brian to consume the diaper, which Brian hesitantly complies.
Your activity, you know? It's your thing.
Ugh.
Critics were understandably repulsed, disturbed, and completely grossed out. Number 6. Brian loses all his teeth. Peter is never happy seeing others enjoying life more than him.
But if you also put in Edward Furlong's movie, Pecker, you got Pecker and Dick in the glory hole, and you got a tight squeeze, but it ought to fit. The hell am I sitting on?
Oh, hey, that's my old rope toy. I was wondering where that was.
When he notices that Brian is having too much fun with an old rope that he just rediscovered.
Rope! That's stupid. I want it.
Well, you can't have it. It's mine.
Oh, yeah? Not for long.
He starts fighting with him over it.
Come on, Brian. I need this rope in case I open a nautical-themed restaurant.
Brian is biting on the rope tightly. Peter ties it to the back of his car and speeds off.
Come on, Brian. You better let go.
I told you this is mine. You're never gonna get it.
Just give me the rope. Nobody has to get hurt, Brian. Only one person has to get hurt, Brian.
This causes Brian to knock on a fire hydrant, break his nose, and lose all his teeth. Number 5. His car got crashed by Stewie. Stewie is very excitable, and he likes having fun. But sometimes that fun clashes with other people's very valuable belongings.
Brian, I'm just gonna sit in the car till the song's over.
All right, but don't take too long. It'll drain the battery.
After Brian picks up Stewie from a playdate, he also lets him stay in the car a little longer so Stewie can finish listening to Carrie Underwood.
I should be on Glee!
The latter accidentally puts the car in drive, and while he stops it before anything bad can happen.
11:45 and the lights are on. Doing it with the lights on now, whore. Don't mind looking at his body.
The incident plants a horrible idea in his mind. Heeding the call of adventure, Stewie decides to steal Brian's car and takes it for a joyride.
Oh my God, Rupert, this is such a thrill. Look at me, I'm driving. I'm driving a real car. I don't believe it. Well, I'd say we need to put on some tunes.
Hey, welcome back to Weenie in the Butt on 97.1.
97.1.
Ooh, weenie in the butt.
Unsurprisingly, Stewie ends up totaling the vehicle when he smashes into a pole. Brian is none too happy about it, and for good reason. Number 4. Meg kidnaps Brian. Remember what we were saying about Meg becoming obsessive over guys who show her the slightest attention?
Come on.
I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna kill myself because no one will go with me!
Oh.
When no one will take her to the dance, Brian steps up.
All right, Meg, look. What if I drove you and walked in with you or whatever?
Brian, will you go with me?
Are you gonna kill yourself if I don't?
Yeah,
Well, then my hands are pretty much tied.
He even defends her from Connie D'Amico later in the night.
Whore. So you pick on Meg to avoid the inevitable realization that once your body's used up by age 19, you're gonna be a worn-out, chalky-skinned burlap sack that even your stepdad won't want. How's that? Am I in the ballpark?
Even though he was just being a friend, albeit a drunk, kissy friend, she takes this to mean, you guessed it, that they're in love. She starts off by sending him creepy baked goods, but soon goes straight for the felony charges by knocking him out, kidnapping him, and even worse.
Listen, Meg, I'm not gonna lie to you here. I'm a little uncomfortable.
Oh, just relax. We're gonna be here for a while.
Well, I don't know if... Wait, what?
We're gonna be here for a while.
Meg has got a lot of issues, and for everyone's sake, ought to get some serious help. Number 3. Cheated by Lois. With the family crushed after Peter goes missing in Season 4's Perfect Castaway, Brian steps up by getting a job and becomes the patriarch by marrying Lois, even though it's platonic.
So, you know, if there's anything you want to talk about...
Oh, don't worry, Brian. I'll admit this is an emotional time for me, but you and I are married, and that's the way it's gonna stay.
But this marital sort of bliss collapses when Peter returns months later.
What are you doing here, and where are your clothes?
Oh, did I forget my clothes? Oh, you know, I'd leave my ass behind if it wasn't so perfectly attached to my sternum. Perhaps I should cover myself.
And instead of divorcing Brian or refusing to be with Peter, Lois decides to have her cake and eat it. Continuing the deception, Lois and Peter's fling is eventually discovered by the dog.
You wanna break up? Why?
I just don't think you're the right woman for me.
Oh, bitch, you got jacked, bitch.
Maybe you should see if Peter will still take you back. I'm sorry, Lois.
I understand, Brian.
After listening to their heartfelt conversation, Brian does what Lois can't and divorces her, restoring the family dynamic again. Number 2. Injured by Chris. It's no secret that Chris Griffin has difficulty talking to girls. He's shy and sweet, but usually scares girls away.
Listen, I have to get back to work, but, would you maybe want to go out sometime?
Yes!
Great, here's my number.
Awesome!
Indeed, Chris will do whatever it takes to talk to a girl. That includes hurting his family pet.
Oh, I mean, did you ever make it with one of the dogs? No, stupid!
Chris, just relax.
Okay.
In the episode Long John, Peter Chris falls in love with Anna, who works at the veterinary clinic. Chris decides he wants to talk to her again, so he viciously beats Brian with a chair.
Anna, I'm here with my dog. He's not feeling well.
Fuck you.
Chris then takes a severely injured Brian back to the vet so he can see Anna. Chris has little regard for Brian's well-being. Number 1. Beaten up by Stewie. Stewie takes a page out of organized crime in this divisive episode from Season 4, where he becomes a bookie and takes bets on a celebrity boxing match between Mike Tyson and Carol Channing. Brian bets $50 on Tyson, who proceeds to lose in a shocking upset.
I don't believe this. I just lost a $50 bet.
You know, Mike Tyson once beat up his wife. But there's nothing funny about that.
The former doesn't take Stewie seriously and refuses to pay up, prompting the angry baby to take brutal action.
Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn I said have it today.
Yeah, I don't have it, sorry.
Oh, well, all right then. That's good, OJ. Yeah, that hurt? That hurt?
What the hell?
Yeah, it feels so good, does it? No, huh?
Let's just say he's rather creative with his violence. Suffice to say, Stewie was serious, and Brian definitely learned that lesson the hard way. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more Family Guy content.